Welcome to the Creatives Table, where purpose-driven creatives, visionaries, and builders come to grow, heal, and get clear, even if they haven't checked their email in a couple days, slept the full 8 hours since 2022, or still have a Photoshop file named Final, this one for real, Final. This space is for the multi-passionate, the overthinkers, the ones with 14 tabs open mentally and on their laptop. Here, we keep it real. We talk strategy, process, faith, burnout, bounce backs, and how to keep showing up when life gets lifey. If you're ready for community, clarity, and a creative kick in the pants, with love, of course, you're in the right place. So go ahead, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share this live and tag your creative crew who swore they were going to bed early tonight. You know they up. Pull up a chair because the conversation's about to begin. Hey, y'all. What is going on? I am so excited, y'all. Jack City is here. Y'all, it's always such a wonderful thing to see an idea come to life. It's always super beautiful. And y'all, I have assembled, like I said earlier, the Avengers. I got the dream team in the house tonight, and I'm so excited about it. But before we get started, like I was saying before, I need y'all to share with everybody. I need y'all to share, sing your past of this. Send it to a musician, a rapper, even, a comedian. I don't care. A creator, a content creator, an entrepreneur, anybody. Send it to everybody and tell them to join in on this conversation because tonight is going to be amazing. We're talking about the epidemic of the unauthorized remix. Y'all, is it something that we should address or is it something that we need to just accept? Which one is it? Tonight, we're going to put this thing to rest and we're really going to talk about it. So I'm excited. But before we get the conversation started, I have a few rules. If you guys are new around here and you might not be aware of my rules, if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. Make sure that you're commenting and tagging people to be a part of this conversation. But my rules are simple. Rule number one, we're going to keep it respectful. Y'all, you may have an opinion that differs from somebody else. You may not like something that you hear tonight, but tonight we're going to keep it respectful. We're going to respect everybody's opinions. Number two, y'all, we're going to have a good time. That means y'all are going to comment, y'all are going to share, y'all are going to tag, participate in the conversation. And number three, y'all, let's keep this thing rolling. Let's keep this thing going. If you have a question, if you have something that you want to know or want to ask one of our participants, please do not hesitate to put it in the comments. We want to shout you out. So join in on the conversation. So I'm super, super, super excited. I'm so excited because y'all, let's be for real. If you're an entrepreneur or creative in any way, you know that this topic is something that we talk about in group text. We've been talking about this behind the scenes for a very long time. Some of us might even talk about it on social media. I've seen those conversations too. But tonight we're going to have a real live conversation about unauthorized remixes. Are they good or are they bad? So without further ado, I want to introduce y'all some amazing, amazing, amazing people. First, I want to introduce my brother who down there shaking like a salt shaker. I want to introduce my brother, Jared Michael, to the chat. Y'all had to see him. He was just shaking it down.
I turned to the side and this hair was a little funny looking. So I said, let me fluff it real quick.
Are you okay?
I'm glad to be in the number today.
Okay, because I was like, is it drugs? What is it? Is everything okay?
It's been a rough day, okay?
I'm really excited, y'all. Jared is an amazing graphic designer. If you guys follow Jared, then you know that he has put out some great work for the Clark sisters, Dr. Vanessa Bell Armstrong, Mary, Gugu Atkins, just to name a few. He's done some work we've already known from Martin Luther King. He did work for the Boston Tea Party.
The Queen of England.
He designed Atlanta. Like, I mean, it's in this. Wow, it's in this. Jared is that guy. And I am so happy to call him my brother. Me and Jared have known each other for how long now? It's been a minute. Periodically time. Late nights designing together. Y'all, if y'all need somebody to sing Fire and Desire, we got you.
We got you.
We got
we do everything together. We just don't cry together. We thugs won't cry.
That's what I'm saying. Real thugs don't wait. tears. Yuck. We don't do that. But I'm super, super excited to have you. Thank you, Jared.
Anytime. Glad to be here.
And our next guest is none other than Mr. Kylan Robinson. Hey, Kylan.
Boy.
What's going on, Jericho? What's going on, Jerry? What's going on?
Y'all, let me tell y'all, let me publicly address Kylan. Kylan that came to my church. Now, granted, he didn't know me, so I'm gonna give him a pass this time. But how you gonna come to my church and not speak to me? Like, what we doing
It
that?
wasn't intentional.
I know.
I promise.
I'm super excited. And I was today years old when I found out you were in Atlanta. Never knew.
Going on 5
Never
years.
knew. I've been in Atlanta for going on 3, but I don't come outside. I'm really an introvert. I be in the house. So that's probably why we haven't run into each other. But we got to link up. Got to.
Most definitely.
And our next guest is none other than the king himself, Mr. Deshaun Gales. What's going on, Deshaun?
Good morning. Good morning, everybody who is on the live. How are you?
Go. Good. Wow. Did y'all feel that weight glory that came in on that good morning? Good morning. We are super excited to have you. Deshaun is an amazing graphic designer. So is Kylan. They're both amazing designers. And y'all need to check them out for sure. And last but not least, we have the queen herself. We have Miss Kim Jenkins in the line. What's good, Kim?
How you guys?
Prepare right now to be sick of her. Prepare right now to be sick of her. Yeah.
Hey, she gotta say it. She gotta say it.
Prepare to be sick of me.
Right.
Period. Prepare right now. Y'all, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining us, Kim. Y'all, we have a star-studded cast tonight, and we're missing Miss Q, but I know she's gonna come back very soon. And when she does come back, we're gonna add her to the chat. But we're not gonna forget her as well. But I'm super, super excited because y'all, tonight's conversation and designers, y'all chime in here is something that we talk about. It's something that we all have talked about privately. It's something that maybe our counterparts have addressed publicly, but I think it's something that's worth a conversation because I know I have some differing views than many of my counterparts when it comes to this. And so I think I wanted to gather us all together to really put this thing to rest. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of seeing it all the time. Praise God. So I wanted to give us space to talk about it. But before we go into that, y'all know I love to play games. I love board games. I love card games. I love all the things. So to break the ice, we're going to play a game of Would You Rather. Yeah, we're going to bring that thing back. Would you rather? So if you can go to slide number 1, please. All right. Would you rather, Kim, have your artwork go viral without credit or have it appreciated by a smaller, more intimate audience who knows you created it?
Yo, if I got paid, I don't care about credit. So that's how I feel about that.
That part.
It can be appreciated by whoever wants to appreciate it. Whether if it's an intimate audience or a big old audience. But at the end of the day, if I got paid, that is my credit. That's why I don't really charge light because I want to feel a certain way. If it do good or if it do bad.
Period.
So if I got paid, would I rather? In reality, I don't care because 9 times out of 10 I got paid. So if I got paid, go forth in your greatest praise. If I did it for free, I would prefer some credit. But if it went viral without it, nobody has the PSD but me, and therefore I can always, hey, it's me.
Hey, it's me. I'm the one.
I can always show the receipts because don't nobody have a PSD but me.
Praise the Lord.
Now then there's that. Jerry, what do you think on this? Would you rather go viral without credit or be acknowledged but not a lot of people know?
So I'm gonna piggyback off of Kim because at the end of the day, like she said, she got the PSD file, and when I posted on my page, the people who follow me don't know I posted it.
And that's right.
Yeah, and then we just know each other's work too. So the moment it's posted, it's gonna be about 5 or 6 people that's gonna say, "Did you do this?" So
Yeah. Let
I'm
me
good.
say, the loyal fans always gonna tag. Loyal people,
Absolutely.
loyal fans, they'll tag.
Always.
If Jerica
Kim
is that friend,
Mm-hmm.
if Jerica knew I designed something and they didn't give me credit, Jerica gonna be in the comments on my sub. Jared Michael Design Company.
Big Jerry, not the little one. Yeah, and let you know. For sure. I definitely agree with that. Okay, Kylan, let me ask you this question. Would you rather collaborate with a big name brand that doesn't align with your values or stay true to your principles and miss out on the exposure?
It's easy one.
Oh,
Miss out on the exposure. Big brands don't value small people, quote unquote, right? So that's what I start with. So it'll only be a matter of time before I work with them and they move on to somebody else. So I'll stay loyal and true to my principles and stay locked in until my greatest door call.
I'm with you. I think we've all, as designers, been offered some things that was a bit shaky. Praise God. I know for me, I don't want to just be a church designer for sure, but I don't also want to be a club designer. I'm not finna put naked booties and stripper poles on a flyer. I just can't. How I'm gonna tell my mom I did it? How I'm gonna tell?
I just ain't gonna post it, but I'll do it if the money right.
And contrary to popular belief, they're more stressed out than some church designers. That's true.
Well, you talking good.
It ain't
I'm with you on that.
there's no like consistency of understanding, no nothing. We having a party tomorrow. We need this flyer. Can you do it for X, Y, and Z amount of dollars? Because the last designer did it for this price. And we need to, we trying to work with you because we can get you in front of quote unquote this says celebrity and that says celebrity. I just had that happen to me in Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's
Praise God.
Low key, Colin, remember, Colin, I'm gonna send you a DM later because I do need a flyer from one of my clients to open up a restaurant.
Kill that by
I'm just saying, I just thought about this. She don't do nothing shaky.
Yeah, we good.
Well, there you go. Look at that. Deshaun, I have a question for you.
All right.
Would you rather, let's see. Would you rather spend time and resources legally protecting your work or focus on creating new pieces but accepting the risk? Which one would you rather do?
We kind of broke up in between the risks, so say it again for me.
Would you rather spend time and resources legally protecting your work focus on creating new pieces and just accepting the risks?
Every day is a risk if I'm designing for somebody, even if I have a contract with them.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, I'm already set and settled with so many things that I pay subscriptions for, so I'm good. Legally, I'm good. But it's always a risk.
He was in the room.
You never know the way a project is going to go, because someone will put you in a contract and then have somebody else design it. It's a risk. The thing may be canceled. Something may switch up. Then you may have to make 10,000 in next week because they didn't get the numbers that they wanted. It's all a risky factor. So I'm just in it for the long run.
Yeah. I agree, and I think the nature of what we do, and we kind of going into the conversation here, but the nature of what we do is just, I mean, come on, y'all, come on. But we're not gonna jump into the conversation too soon. But game, okay. Our next question is gonna go to Jared because I'm gonna ask you a question about yourself. Would you rather have your work inspire a movement without your name attached, or be recognized but not widely influential?
I would say the first. I would say work inspired a movement without my name attached. Because depending on the movement, I might not want my name attached to it. And truth be told, like Kim said, as long as that payment comes through, y'all can have at it.
You know, that's really one of my good rules. Because
Yeah,
I done done some stuff that I ain't necessarily attached to, but I don't really care.
yeah.
I love a good corporate contract. I'll charge you whatever I'm thinking the day of. And get my money anywhere, and I don't need my name nowhere.
Yeah.
My name give God praise on the way to the bank.
Come on.
And
I done did some little shady stuff, y'all. I done designed some shady designs. Okay.
listen, Your bill
Because
got
if my
to
bills
pay.
need to be paid, they don't care who paid it. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for who? Me.
Me.
Every time. Every time.
Every time.
But
You
yeah,
right about it.
but Jerica, you know my dilemmas with work being approved that I don't love, that everybody
Right.
saw it, but so yeah,
Right.
I would have rather what's up?
Nah, I'll put the Baptist finger on real quick. I didn't want to because Kim she hit something actually that I want to talk about tonight, and I hope I'm not getting ahead of myself, Jericho, but
No, go ahead.
getting the honor in this creative community and major clients and all of this, that, and the third, it has created what I say. I'm not trying to be churchy, but it has created a principality. It has.
Ooh, you
People
talking
be so
good.
grand. People be so grand. Character be so small. People
Yeah.
still so small. But I've designed for this person. I've designed for this person. I've designed for this person. Before we can even really dig into the project, it's like you already have like given us a plethora of your accomplishments without considering what it even looks like on the other side. So I just want to throw that in. Because you have so many there's so many designers, or even others outside of graphic designers, they are just so full of themselves, so proud. Like the honor can really get to you, and they'll become swelled in themselves. And it's like, bro, it's somebody that is younger than you that is dusting you in your sleep. I'm just saying.
Hello.
I'm just saying, like, humility is key, because I don't know, God could breathe on somebody tomorrow, and it could be somebody that we ain't never even heard of. There's listen, it's taking the game.
Good.
So
Talking
I
good.
love the way you preach, Colin. I love the way you preach.
I appreciate
I'm so serious, y'all. Honestly, and this is what I tell people, because a lot of people associate me with designing with quote unquote high end people, which I'm totally okay with. But y'all, budgets are budgets. And the thing is, creativity is always on the lower end of the budget wherever you go. So it doesn't really matter if you work for Lyft, if you work for Tamar Braxton, if you work for McDonald's, if you work for your local church, if you work for anywhere, creativity is 9 times out of 10 on the lower end of the budget anyway. So even if I charge 10 grand for a set of graphics to McDonald's, that is nothing to McDonald's.
Come on.
And mind you, the people that has to pay me get paid more than me at McDonald's. So
right.
So the level of who I work for or who I work with, that's only camaraderie around people that don't got no money, or number 2, that ain't creative, or number 3, don't got no clout at all and need something. And if you need validation, go to Chick-fil-A.
My pleasure. But you know what? I want to hear about this, and we're gonna say the last. Y'all, welcome Q to the conversation. Welcome Q.
What's up, y'all?
So glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
Kylan hit on something, and I have said this openly before. I feel like that what you're talking about to me, and maybe this is something that Jerica made up, and it's cool. Is I call it the Lucifer complex. Right? Because when we think about the devil, the reason he was kicked out is because he got so puffed up in himself to where he felt like it was him. Like I'm that dude around here, not God. And I feel like in the creative space, you have a lot of people, whether it's designers, singers, musicians, or whatever, who feel like this thing wouldn't pop if I didn't have anything to do with it. And it's like, well, baby, just like the Lord made of you, he can make another one. Is everybody okay? Just like the Lord gave you the idea for this thing, he can give it to somebody else when you don't steward it right. And so I do agree with you that a lot of us are so puffed up in ourselves, and we get, I don't know, we just feel like this validation from everybody else. It makes us something that we not, when what Kim said is absolutely true. However much your flyer is, let's say your flyer $200 for Tamar Braxton and $200 from the pastor Baptist church down the street still gonna hit my account the same.
Come on.
Is everybody all right? What are we doing? Say it again,
Kim. The thing, I said, and people would be upset that Tamar didn't give them no money. And this the thing. I'm using Tamar as an example for everybody that be watching, people that are screen record and talk. They would be upset that they didn't pay her enough money, that she feel like she didn't get paid enough, but you didn't charge what you charge. If you charge more than that, charge what you charge. Now the thing, that's number 1. Number 2, the thing is, just a millionaire's pockets, you can't just feel what's the word?
Obligated, entitled.
Obligated to people's money, entitled to people's money because they make a certain amount of money. Don't go and charge Tamar $700 for a simple graphic when you charge the man on the street $125. You charge $125. So it ain't necessary. It ain't no. Don't people can tell what's a money grab and what's not a money grab. So and the thing is, the only time you're gonna get clear on a money grab is if you're talking to somebody that's naive.
Hello. Hello.
Okay.
And a lot of people are naive. They are not dummies. Praise God. Okay, this is our last. It's getting good. It's getting good. But I want to make sure Q gets in on the game. So we're going to save our last question for you, Q. All right, it's the last one. Would you rather have your creative work altered without your permission or not used at all?
Not used at all, for sure. I feel like in any client or anybody that comes my way, first of all, I love when a client comes to me with their direction because that's less work for me. So
Hello.
I love the direction to be there. And it also takes away, I'm not going to say I don't like when clients come to me, but I prefer for a client to come to me with direction, vision. This way we eliminate the, oh yeah, I trust you. And then I create what I think is good. And then now I'm stuck designing again because exactly what you said, I'm going off of what I feel and it's not working with, whatever you thought. So, I would rather you just keep it a buck about what it is that you want. I think that even though people that say they don't know what they want, I feel like they know what they want. They just don't know how to articulate it, or maybe just don't know how to articulate it to us. And they're intimidated by, oh, we do this every day or our lane. And so I feel like they're kind of just like, nah, I don't want to come against your creativity. So just do your thing and it may not be what you want. You know what I'm saying? So I would rather you talk to me. I look at my clients as building a literal relationship. So let's build that relationship. Let's tap into how you are, what you like, what you want to build, what your audience is, who you're trying to attract, and let's just build from there. Instead of taking whatever I give you, just saying, oh, I paid this for that, and then I see it on social media and it's all weird now because I know you got that from me, but not sure, like, it's altered. So yeah, definitely just the forwardness from the beginning. I would appreciate that more, for sure.
I agree, because it's nothing like, at the end of the day, our work is definitely assets for the clients, but it is an extension of us at times, right? Our work speaks to us. I know that sometimes I look at something and then like a month or so later, I'm like, girl, what was you going through? Right? And other times it's something I'm really proud of. But either way, it's an extension of me, and it's nothing like seeing your work altered and you have nothing to do with that online. And I'm sure that we all experience that, and it is frustrating. It is frustrating. If you want to alter the work, buy the PSD, because the money you're gonna spend for my PSD, baby, I don't care what you do with it.
Right after that,
Jacob, that's all I was really wanting to tap in and say this. We, as designers and creators, we really have to know our bottom line as far as what do we want out of each and every one of the products, the things that we do, the projects. And sometimes payment is really just enough. And if you because, and then I have a lot of people that likes to request the files. Totally fine. I'm just gonna double, triple the price. And
I'm probably like never gonna do it.
And if it's a family of them, I'm just gonna do it for one of them. And if I did it on multiple PSD, then multiple PSD, and then I'm just gonna lock them.
It really depends.
Y'all know we can lock them.
It really depends.
What can you do?
It also depends, because once again, it depends on what's your fun, because I can't stand doing a passion project and you want to go and alter the passion project like you just like you so amazing. But I'm also really good at posting what it originally looked like, and I would do but I did what they did.
Just-
It ain't necessarily.
Yeah. I feel like things like I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, Q, go ahead. I'm an ADHD talk. I'll jump in.
No, I was just gonna say I feel like I feel comfortable selling things that I feel are redundant. So like we're in the season right now of like Passover and Palm Sundays and Resurrection and like I'll sell those files. Like sure, have at it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like things where, like you said, well you mentioned like passion projects. To me, I thought you meant by that by like things that you really put your in, like things that are presented to you, things that are like come to you and you're like, this is something that we're doing, it's fresh, it's new, you've never done it before. You know what I'm saying? I know I was recently in like a designer chat and like, the empowerment things for Women's Month. Like we're tired of the empower hers, like the empower hers. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. It's just like, okay. Like we're doing this. It's every March is Women's Month. Like we know that. And dealing with ministry, and this is just the entity of church, mind you. Like there's so many other different elements of designing. We could be dealing with a barber, we could be dealing with sports, we could be dealing with, but as far as ministry, I think it is pretty redundant. We know the staple things that go on yearly. So like I said, as we're in the year or at least in the season of Resurrection, Good Friday, Palm Sunday, those things I'll sell. Like I'll give you the PSD because, it's but so many years we can redundantly design the same concept and y'all literally all want the same thing. Y'all want to see a Rolling Stone, 3 crosses, you know what I'm saying? Like, at what point, it gets redundant for us. So I don't mind selling those, but those passion projects that I do take my time into designing, I'm not gonna lie, like I probably won't sell it. Just because it took me a lot to produce it. Mentally, emotionally, I don't want to do it. I feel like it took me time to probably like really tap into making that. And I just don't feel like there's no money worth that. It's like an artist that's painting a canvas. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I treat it the same. As many people want to be designers and want to design and think it's so easy, it's different when you're coming from a deeper place. When you're coming from like really not wanting to do it. And you have deadlines, you got to produce this, and you want it to be great because you want to maintain who you are as a designer. Yeah. And I pulled this out out of the place that I was in. So there's no money worth that. That's how I feel.
So Emmanuel said, confession, as a client, I hate bothering y'all. So I will use Canva if it's a small update, like the time has changed. Is that a big no? Would you rather I reach back out to you? What do you think, Jared? Because I see you up there. I see you start smiling.
Honestly, if we're being completely honest, I don't want nobody touching my work but me. Yeah, because I like to
Understood.
I like to say, you paid for it, you can do what you want to do with it. But it's like a lot of time I'll use a font that, Canva might not have or something. And I look and I see, smudge.
It's not matching up.
I did it, Jared.
The smudge is, and I put a circle.
It's not clean.
And now I'm pissed off because you done messed up my stuff. When Eric about to say I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my
stuff. What's going on?
So it's definitely a big no. And honestly, you pay us to make those changes. So as long as you're still in that moment of the window of revisions, you're good. Bother us. It's when you start 6-7 revisions in and complaining about this revision cost, and now I got a problem. But yeah, please don't do that.
Yeah.
Please.
That part. But I would also say that if you know that time could possibly change, say hold off on the time, and when I get the time, I'm gonna send it to you so you can add it. You do better saying that than to not say nothing at all, and then you want to add a camera because now your flyer look ugly.
Right. Now you done messed up the whole aesthetic. Correct.
And then try to tell people I did it. Now I got to untag myself because you done embarrassed me.
Report post. Report post.
Yes.
Bullying.
Real.
Yeah.
I think
Now I gotta
so.
call everybody to come and report your post.
That part.
Hello? Hey,
You
Q,
tryna
go
figure out
report that
how
post
to
real
get
quick.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And it's funny because Emmanuel is actually my client, so and he has done that. We on here tearing him up. Don't fire me, E.
Kill said, I mean, that she said, now, that ain't me. That ain't me, man.
No, but no, it is cringy because of everything but I love the different perspectives because I know it's not just me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really just boils down to it's changing the entire aesthetic. People don't realize how small your little insert is.
Yeah.
And it's just messing everything up. And I get it too, because I feel like I remember exactly what he's talking about. And it's also understanding that your designer does not sit in front of their computer all day long. I have a life. So if you need an edit and I'm like not home and you want it right now because you want to post right now, and that's 9 times out of 10 the time frame where a client will take it upon themselves to just go ahead and just do it real quick because I guess we not moving fast enough. You know what I'm saying? In those instances, I feel like I get where the client is coming from, but it's also just like, you messing up the whole thing. Like you changing the whole aesthetic, but do your thing. It's just, yes.
Your emergency is not our emergency. And that's the thing that I always tell people. Your emergency, and the thing is too, it's in y'all, I'm being maybe a little aggressive. I'm so sorry.
No, you're correct.
Number one and number two, because y'all know I do these numbers. Number one, if you in the rush to post it, it's already too late to post it. If it's already too late to post it, it ain't gonna do what it need to get done. 1, 2. If if the time has changed and it's super duper important, I can probably create another graphic faster than you changing it on Canva. Or if you want to do that and not bother your designer, you can always do a time update graphic on Canva. They have a lot of different templates. You can do a time update and post a time update and post it as a swipe, put it in the caption. You have now not discredited your designer, and you also still did it in the time frame that you want to get it done. It's a ways around it. It's just the fact that timeless, because they love that emergency. I'm okay with emergencies, but the thing is this too. If it's already late and ain't gonna do what you need to get done, and the thing is it's pointless. 9 times out of 10, if you didn't do a video but you count on that graphics, it's already pointless. And I already tell people all the time. Y'all put a lot of weight
That's
on
it.
this graphic. You could have just said something faster than somebody
You
reading
could
it.
have said it.
Then y'all people that like to post them put paragraphs on them graphics. We're not reading that. Move on.
And can we add on to that? Like, can we add on to that these emergency graphics that it still take like 2 weeks to get approved? And these emergency graphics.
Selling an emergency more than it is the person that hired you was supposed to do it a week ago, but they forgot to call you and tell you that it need to get done. So now they trying to work you like you indicted me and sit up there and be like, oh, they're gonna pay me to you're gonna pay me to cancel my day. Are you okay?
Hey, they feel so justified in that.
Those 24-hour graphics, when I tell you, I don't mind doing them. It's just the fact that I want you to know you have paid to cancel my day. Because now that means I start thinking about what you wanted for a design since this morning. From the time you asked me to now, and if you're the type of person that, and this is the thing too, I can't stand people that want you to design stuff they ain't never seen you design. Oh. Don't ask for stuff you won't see on that page. Oh. If you ain't seen Avatar on there, don't ask me to do nothing Avatar.
Yeah. Because now I need more than 24 hours to figure that out.
Yeah, you tell them you can't do it. And then you
do it. But please no. Yeah. You ain't never seen me do Avatar. You ain't never seen me do Avatar. You want me to change people's outfits, clothes, blemish?
Yeah, and let's talk about that. Let's talk about the changing the outfits. I'm sick of that. let's talk about
Okay,
that.
hold on, Q. Know what you got, Q, because I be changing my outfit
Okay,
all the
I'm
time. I
sorry.
change my
Cause
outfit
that,
all the time.
Jericho change. Let me
can
but
you
you need to
make
go
my
hard.
outfit white when it's black? It's
But here's the
crazy.
thing,
Nigga,
y'all gotta
don't
go to
even
Jericho
lie.
for them. You gotta go to Jericho for them outfit changes. Don't come over here when you never see an outfit change. I believe in new pictures. Jericho, when you talk for years.
Baby, I will Photoshop you in everything, honey. What you want to be today?
Jericho had you in rose, in clouds, in glory, in a
They
shirt,
think we
a
magicians.
clown
now.
outfit.
I feel honored. I feel honored.
Make it look natural. Natural.
Natural. It's not natural, babe. What
It's
you
not.
want?
It's gonna give
Especially on your
AI a
200
little
by
bit
200
because
resolution.
hello, gonna give a hint to AI, please.
Y'all, them AI
Right,
pictures,
right.
please miss me. Please stop
Yeah.
submitting them.
Crazy.
Them AI pictures do not count for HD photos. Okay.
Oh no! But let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. That's a
Tyler,
conversation that needs to be had, y'all.
That's
Let it out,
another
Tyler. Let it out,
whole
Tyler.
Now,
vibe.
this thing been bubbling up in me, King.
Ah,
But no, seriously, that's a conversation we have got to communicate to the people. This is not okay for y'all to be taking these AI pictures and putting them on professional like flyers.
Unless I do
videos.
it.
Now,
Unless
man,
I
That's
gotta
not.
do it.
You know how to do it good.
I was about to
Cause
say,
I'm gonna
but
show
yeah,
Because you
Son,
feel
don't,
like-
you don't know
like
the
cartoon
advertise
characters.
yourself, son. Advertise yourself. This is where you need to go.
Unless I'm not that little app that comes from Meta. Meta
Uh-oh.
is badly.
Uh-oh.
They look in it,
Yeah.
but if you have not trained your face, because when you're in Photoshop, it's all AI. I don't care what version, everything in there
Yeah.
is AI. We just now want to get one word and blow it up. But those little crazy apps and you looking like a bubblehead, if that's not your purpose, that cannot be your ministry.
That's it, Deshaun. Let it out.
Huh?
Let it out.
Huh?
That's it. Let it
You have you.
This
You
is
have
this
to
me.
pay for these things. This ain't no free app that you have to clean the background and take their logo out. No,
Right.
you pay big money. to
Big
make
money.
You.
That's it.
And if
Son, let it out.
if you don't want to
Cartoon
be
characters on this
AI,
flyer.
then don't look in my eyes. Okay?
They send the
Because
cartoon characters
some-
in.
It's not perfect.
really
It's not
are.
Photoshop. It's
They
not
really
perfect. Now Illustrator's not perfect.
Right.
But you pick the best ones and you use it, just like some of them filters we use.
Uh-oh. Let it out.
Listen.
Let it
Yeah.
out.
Because
I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
everything is.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all and be very transparent right here. One of the worst things I did. One of the worst things I did was I did a children's church graphic for Spirit and Truth, and I had
I seen
everybody
it.
on there like cartoon characters. One of the worst things I did. You know how many people came? Can you make me a cartoon? No, honey. Baby,
No.
I'm specializing in that. Y'all just caught me on a good day where it worked.
Because this was
I get that. Yeah.
It just worked.
Like, that ain't me. No, it's not you. It's a character.
It's not you. It's a character, babe. I don't know
you
what
know
you
what
want me to
gets
do.
me is then like, can you add a mold? Can you make me smaller? I ain't really like.
Yeah.
You can only do what it allows you to do.
And also, I feel
love-
like we tap into moments like that where we know it's gonna work for this particular thing,
Yeah.
and now y'all all want the same thing, and it's just giving like, like no,
Right.
no.
Well,
it
y'all,
was for that.
are-
That's it. Like it's not. We're not about to start doing that for everybody. Or like you said,
Right.
this is what I wanted to do for that. That's what I felt in that moment, and that's it.
Yeah.
That don't mean it's gonna work for you. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, we don't went down a rabbit hole, but y'all, let's come on back into so we can figure out
And
this
then
unauthorized.
we listen.
I am so excited about it. So I got a few questions, y'all. I got a few questions that I think will really open us up to this conversation. So the first, I'm gonna ask you, Kylan, first. Is creative theft always a bad thing, or can it sometimes be a form of inspiration that pushes industries forward?
So, that is a loaded question. I would say it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's a sign to the creative of what they're not taking advantage of. I've had that to happen to me. I'm sure everybody on here has had that to happen to them. And I haven't fully embrace mentorship yet. So it will be people that will be
Yeah.
asking me questions and that will be saying certain things to me. And somebody sent me a graphic one time, and I couldn't even be mad because I've been with God this year, praise God. So I'm a different personality in past times. And then when I seen the graphic, but no, when I seen the graphic, I'm like, you know what? I can't even be mad at them because I've seen a message that where they was reaching out to me and they was asking me certain things. So, but I will say this also, we do need to have. I heard Deshaun mention like we need to have our legal margins in our business. So if certain things happen or things go on with a certain client, we got to be privy to those things because don't nobody talk to creatives about these things. And it's like tomorrow, and I've seen it done actually in our industry where it'll be somebody that is a trailblazer that only knows about 300 people in their little situation. And somebody that is like a celebrity or a major voice in their industry that seen you and they done took your entire model and your idea and everything verbatim. I've seen that. So I just think that sometimes it just communicates areas that we need to take advantage of, and it communicates areas that we need to hone in on knowledge to protect our brands from. It's our intellectual property. Hello, somebody.
Intellectual property is definitely a thing. I'm with you. Me personally, this conversation, and Jared and I actually talk about this all the time, and we have differing views on this. But I'm a person where I just could care less because to me, it's like the nature of creativity, right? There's nothing new under the sun. Like the fact that we're putting the flyer together, we got that from somebody. Like just even the basic principle of that is nothing new under the sun. And it's like it might be new to you, and you might be like, "Oh God, this is just whatever." Somebody probably already did that before, and it's okay. And even when you look at like music, the idea of sampling, it's the same thing. You're taking someone else's what they created, and you're reworking it for your own thing. And sometimes you keeping the same beat, keeping the same melody, changing up some words or whatever, but it's the same thing. And you don't see artists. I mean, granted, the difference between that and them is they're getting their money off of that. You got to pay them to do that to their stuff. But it's like, I feel like we get up in arms and we get our proverbial panties in a wad over somebody taking our stuff. And it's like, it's okay. Move on to the next design. That's my personal opinion.
Right. I think so
He
too.
created. I want people to copy me. If you don't copy me, that means I don't have no motion.
That means you like don't nobody copy me. They'll ask me how did I do it before they'll copy me because they know. I say it's the bad thing they mess with the photographer and the graphic designer. Now don't mess with nobody who can train you in AI.
Right.
You will be climbing the ceiling looking like a monkey. But if you don't have your stuff in place to stop people from doing that, because in art you learn, you copy the masters, you copy all of them, and you have to do it. But I have a whole book where I had to do stuff just like Michelangelo. I had to do exactly like the masters. Many of y'all are masters. I've been on IG Live watching Maxim, Colin talking all night. They get the proper side, then showing the record. I'm like, where does this little prophet man come from?
Now he talking to Tom.
I'm like, he's not in our design room. So I'm just like, okay, who's this? So I think right. But I'm just like, you have to have somebody to copy.
Yeah, you do.
One time we had a friend who talked about people using flares. Baby, flares have been in design forever. I said, you don't want to make a flare like
forever.
Yes. Xerox copy in Xerox machine and you swiped over through there to make it. You don't want to talk about flares.
Right.
And Jay and hit screen.
Exactly. That part.
But this is not new. All this animation stuff. This is not new. It took more work. It's not. It's easy to do.
Right.
Like I've said, other than people say, "Oh, you're the apostle." Yeah, because I start projects and I send you on your way to go do what you need to do. My assistant who works and lives in Africa, he sent me some text in Illustrator. Then try to
assistant.
I said, "Listen, Let me show you how to work smarter, not harder. Don't do that because if your client has changes, you're going to be looking crazy. You're going to be of all men most miserable because you got to reconnect. You got to change it, save it, export it back. It's a hit.
Right. I think what you said is very true. And when I went to grad school later on in my design journey. That's what they taught us to do. They gave you something and said, do exactly that. Copy this. And then when you copy that, then that lets me know that you've learned the skill. And a lot of times, I think that is the thing. A lot of people copy us to learn the skill of how to do a thing, not to copy us to rip us off or because they want any ill will. But to me, it's an homage to me. Thank you. Like I feel like wow, I must be doing a little something if I see that your designs are changing me over something that I did. And yeah, I just praise God. I just got a different opinion. All right, Q. So, where do we draw the line between being influenced by someone's work and outright stealing it? Where's the line drawn, if there is one?
I feel like I get a lot of inboxes where people actually come to me and ask me if I'm mentoring or if I'm doing classes and things like that. So I feel like that's respectable. I feel like if you're stealing, I've actually encountered, sorry, before I move forward, people that I've actually been forward with who have asked me like, oh, what font is this and things like that. And I just stopped doing that. Because you're asking me what font this is, you're asking me this, and I'm giving it to you, and now it's given like you literally just, what's the difference between my work and what you just did at this point? So I think being real intentionally, like if you want me to mentor you, just say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's the boundary and right there. I feel like just let me know if this is something that, or you're interested in my work and you admire my work. Even right now on this, Colin can tell you, like, I've always admired his work from the beginning. I've always told him, like, yo, yeah, and I'll always give you your flowers. Always. Till this day, I use him for some of the stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? So with that, all it takes is that for it not to be weird.
I agree. And I mean, I think we've all, how many of us, by raising hands, have had people in our DMs being like, oh, I love your work. Can you show me how to do
Me
your thing?
every day, really. Like,
Y'all have been there. My mentality on that is I can give you the recipe, but you can't mimic this sauce. I can give you the font. I can give you the
look like my grandmama.
I can give you the pictures. I can give you the source files. I can give you all of that, but you can't mimic this sauce. And so I don't really care. If you want it, you got it, babe. Go forth in your best praise. Because I have never seen, this is not, and I don't want this to sound shady because y'all, that's truly not my heart, but I have never seen anybody copy my work and do better. Not saying it, listen, it could happen tomorrow. Even then, I wouldn't care. But it's like, I don't really care. Like, baby, I'm trying to get my bag. And your clients are not for me. And to be honest, most times the people that come to me, your client, that's gonna be really shady. I'm not gonna say it. You know what? I am gonna say it. YOLO. This is not
we felt you.
no, I can talk about
Yes, when you want me to say it, 'cause I don't care about none of them. Y'all can't want me. 9 times out of 10, your client is all our clients sitting up here.
Yeah, like, and that's another thing.
A lot of us don't work with the same people, and that's why I tell
they all
consumers every day, stop being nasty to graphic designers. Stop getting on social media talking about.
We all know each other. Y'all all work with us at some point.
You talking about so and so. I know so and so, and if I call so and so and ask what you did, they're gonna tell me the shady stuff that you did. Because and then you're gonna be saying, "Now I ain't gonna want to work with you because I don't want to work with them." So now you done got blackballed by a whole thing of designers.
A whole line of them.
Blackball.
You don't get blackballed by designers. So just like you don't like us and you don't want to work with us, we don't like you and we don't want to work with you.
And we don't want to
in churches right now that we all refuse to work for because they don't want to pay.
Talk about
they want to stress you out.
Talk about it, sis.
And they don't think nothing about what you're doing. So they feel like, oh, once you gonna get anybody to design, it's me, go get them. Go to Fiverr. I'll send you some right now. Go to Fiverr. Go to Fiverr. I promise you, I would love to see you go to Fiverr. Because you're not gonna stress me out for 2 hours.
You're not gonna stress me out for this $125 or $150. You're not gonna stress me out, babe.
Yo, Kim is funny.
But I feel the same way as you. I feel the same way as you, Jerica. I don't really, a lot of that stuff don't really bother me because number one, I have accepted my position as being a trendsetter. And I also have accepted my position that once I'm, my favorite movie is Jingle Jangle. Once an inventor, always an inventor. That's so right. The thing is, if I invented one thing, I just gave y'all something else to do. I'm going to go on to the next thing and invent something else, and I'm going to give y'all another one to do. So
it's again and again and again.
So it's like you can't get caught up on a strategy. You can't get caught up on a look. You can't, and that's one of the things that they can't take away from you. You'll create this one thing and come up tomorrow and they'll switch the whole trend. You don't mess up the whole thing.
You messed it up.
Plot twist.
I'm not a fan of cartoon designs. People come up and do a cartoon design, and next thing you know, cartoons back in. I can't stand them cartoon designs. But it's me. As soon as somebody Jerica go over there and did that little cartoon character, churn chart. Now everybody won't know what's art. I don't want to see that. Y'all need to come out of that. Do something else.
Come on.
Everybody want church cartoon characters. And I'm telling you right now, them cartoon animation designs, y'all, they cost a lot of money because you have people that are actual animators and actual cartoon writers and design. Like them people that drew SpongeBob got paid
per character.
If you think you're going to tell me and think that's going to go on $150 flyer, it's insane.
Insane.
So
per character.
So let Jerica do her passion project for her church, and you go forth in your praise, cause that ain't that. She did that for her church.
She did that for my church.
She can't do that. She worshiped.
It was a mistake. Y'all should have seen my pastor at first. He looked like a country Bill George with feet hanging out his mouth. Y'all gonna release them pastors Sunday. I don't know.
You right.
Okay, Jared, let me ask you this question. Do you think social media has made creative theft worse, or has it simply made it more visible?
Ooh.
And I don't like the word creative theft, but I don't really have a better way to say it. So you get what? Has social media made it worse or better? Worse or more visible? That's a better way.
A stealer is a stealer. So I feel like the same people who was gonna steal off of social media is the same people that's gonna steal on social media. So to me,
because if you steal, you'll kill. What?
He said that.
I was going there, but it's funny because my god brother just told me the other week or something. His football coach, he said it. I can't say it live.
Your fine guy brother. Oh, okay, we'll talk later. Go ahead.
Derek, I said we will talk about it later. Okay.
Hey, guy brother.
But yeah. I think social media has made it more extensive to see, but then, or more accessible for everybody to see it. But the other thing is, I feel like I can't really downplay social media because if it wasn't for social media, I wouldn't know anybody on this live.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have any of the clientele that I have. So it comes with the territory. Like if you're gonna be a trendsetter, if you're gonna be a designer, people are gonna see it, people are gonna copy it. It is what it is. I do. Right. You know my stance on copying work, element for element. You know that. And I'm all for being inspired. I'm working on a project now. I've been inspired by several people, and I'm putting my spin on all of it. But nobody can look at me and say Jared copied it, because I didn't, because it's so minute, you'll never know. But I just equate copying element for element, just like plagiarism. That's what we was taught in school. And I've seen people literally get lawsuits against them for copying element for element. So yeah, that's my stance on that.
I agree. I mean, like, do y'all remember when, and I know that people still do motion graphics, but they're not as popular as they once were. And do y'all remember when motion graphics was like that thing? Like it was like that girl. Everybody wanted motion graphic. Bible study, motion graphic. Prayer vigil, motion graphic. Everything was a motion graphic. The thing is, though, when we think about that, we had to see another designer do that for us to then say, oh, we gotta learn this because it's a new thing.
Yeah.
And if you do that, then where do you draw the line? Then what's the difference? And so for me, a lot of times, back to what Kylan was saying, a lot of the people that you see copy your work element for element or whatever, make something really similar, are designers first starting out. I mean, you have some that are being, there for a long time that do it, but most of them don't. But for me, when I first started out, y'all, I was a graphic designer on accident. I became a graphic designer. Literally, I lied on a job application and had to figure it out because they hired me, and I was like, oh God, I got to figure this thing out. That's how I became a graphic designer. And when I first started, I copied everything that Rico did. I like that's obviously graphic design. I'm gonna do that, and I told him that on our first live. But now, because I have exercised that muscle, and now I'm confident in who I am, I ain't got to do that no more. But when I first started, that's what really taught me, back to what Deshaun was saying, how to be a graphic designer, was looking at people who were successful in doing it. And I think we got to stop. I'm tired of seeing the posts, such and such copy my work, such and such copy my work. You should be happy that somebody likes your work enough to try to mimic it.
And then, Jerker, it's a way to do that. Like, because as you have said, we've all admired somebody. Like, my mentor is somebody, I copied my mentor's flyer like verbatim when he first started out. And I started out in mentorship, We have a big brother, little brother basis. So he gave me that grace to do that. And he literally like taught me hand by hand graphic design. Okay, so then that's one thing. But at the same time, if it happens, there's a such thing as private conversations. Don't shame nobody because we've been inspired. I've been inspired by the BET Awards. I've been inspired by VH1. I've been inspired by Kim Kardashian. I have taken concepts, although, it might not necessarily be the same thing verbatim. If we were to put the two together, we'd be like, yeah, he was inspired by you. We're artists, so we're going to be inspired by somebody, I just don't think going about it the nasty route, this kind of clout chasing to me in my eyesight.
And I'm sorry.
No, I was saying like that's clout chasing to me because it's like it's never that deep. Everybody started somewhere, and you could have a conversation with that person, and it could be done. They probably will say, "I wish that me and you could have connected. I just didn't know how to reach you." If somebody told me that, and that shifted my mentality because I'm like, you just never know what the other side of the person's perspective is or what their story is. So I just want to say that.
And Jericho, you know the situation with me. I'll tell anybody. I talk about this all the time publicly. There was something. I was sleepy. I was up against the deadline. Had to do something for myself, and copy. Well, I was inspired by JP. Everybody know JP is my big brother, and JP at the time called he set up a good old Zoom call with me. This man had this printout of his and this printout of mine, and he said, he said, "What is this?"
I learned it from him because he does that, and he gave me the courage.
And I said,
courage.
See,
right.
And he said, "I'm so appreciative of him saying this." He said, "Jared, you are such an incredible designer yourself. You have such a keen eye for things yourself. Tap into yourself and don't depend on what you see other people doing. Use me as an inspiration. But you're such an incredible person yourself to the point to where you are great as yourself. So hey, I've been too scared to copy any or be inspired by anybody else to the point. So yeah.
I would say this.
It's important to have a moment like that and let that person know that you're not attacked. Because that inspires something else in me and let me know like one of my favorite designers is actually a fan of my work. Of my work.
Wow. Period. Wow. I'm one of your faves. Wow, that's such a blessing. Wow.
Okay. What you say? Okay.
Go ahead, Kim.
I would say that I agree with everybody. I agree with everybody's sentiments. Especially because he says it's really not that serious. It's never that serious. And the thing is, we're always inspired. Even the person that you copy was inspired by somebody. So nobody's really starting from scratch. So, and even if you are starting to illustrate, you are starting from an idea. And 9 times out of that idea is originated by the circumstances of what that information is giving you. And this is what I tell people about ChatGPT and AI. AI is not giving you anything new under the sun. It is collecting data from everything in the world. It's bringing who you don't know closer to you. So if you can chat GPT, what is this or what is that, or where are we going with this or where are we going with that, you can literally put that in ChatGPT and it will pull sources from 9 times 9, this place or that place, and give you an answer. And it's going to be correct because somebody has already done it. So a lot of the designs that we see, a lot of designs that we experience, even all the way down to placement and hierarchy and this and that, the only thing that changes is the information in the person. The actual gist of grids, this, that, and the third, that's normal. If you can go put anybody's flyer on a grid, it's going to be asymmetrical. It's going to be correct. So the details of it, the orientation of it, what it actually communicates is what's going to be different.
Yeah.
So I would love for us designers to release the idea that we're the only ones that can think this way, because 9 times out of 10, all of us think this way.
That's right.
And the thing is, if I say 1 + 1 = 2, what I say to you, you may hear it in a whole nother tone than how Deshaun hear it, how Colin hear it, how Jerry hears, how Q hear it, and we all had the same assignment of 1 + 1 = 2. So it's almost like you can have 1,000 different answers. Even when it comes to design, I tell people this all the time. It's more than one way to skin a cat. You can go sit up here and do a design class for each one of us, and we'll show you a whole new way how to do something, because none of us do the same thing the same way. Deshaun used flares another way. I use flares another way. I can make a flare and half it because I don't want the whole flare.
Me too.
So, I get a piece of the flare. One piece of the shoulder that ain't too bright. So it's so many different ways to design stuff. And I know one of my main design teachers were sports graphics. I love sports graphics, just like I like sports photography, video. So I've never had, when I started doing graphic design, I was one of those people that's I didn't have access to people. I didn't know nobody. So when I started doing graphic design, I didn't know nobody. So I didn't know who I was copying. I didn't know who I was being inspired by. I know I would literally get on Pinterest, and you can go on my Pinterest to this day, type my name in, and look at every single thing. You can go to that graphic design box, and I have design concepts. I have graphic design. I have this concept, and you will see how I literally comb through different ideas, because mind you guys, every element means certain things. Like this doggone is inspired by, I forgot what this guy named, but he does doodling.
Yeah.
This wallpaper ain't by him. This by somebody.
Yeah, he doodles houses and stuff.
Yeah. So he's known for that. Didn't come from him. It came from somebody else that designed to print something like what he does to give me this same vibe. But I got this vibe because it means creative, it means wonky, it means eclectic, it means spacious, I'm a little everywhere. I'm a little everywhere. So that's what spoke in my office to me. But mind you, this did not come from the originator of who does these type of doodles. So it's a lot of times you're not going to be the only one. God is not only using you to do this certain thing. I promise you, you're not alone in your assignment. You are not alone in your thoughts. You're not alone in your processes. You're not alone. And even the way you design stuff. So there's always going to be somebody just like you. Always. And literally, always. And then we're always going to be inspired by something. You know, a color palette, a color wave. Every year, fashion people come out with what's going to be the color wave of the season, what's going to be the color wave of this month, or what the color wave of this year. Nude has been in every color wave for the last 5 years. That nude rustic brown has been in every color wave since 2019. We ain't came out of nude yet. Chartreuse has been in the colorway for the last 3 years. That Spartan blue. Oh, the blue that you said that's actually on this background. That blue has been a colorway. Yo, come on here. That's black and white always gonna hit. It means
always.
it's like a lot of the oh, you're copying me is not more than what it actually means. So if I make this picture bigger and make this picture smaller, that make this the person that's big is bigger than the person that's smaller. If I put text small, that means I want you to zero in on that. So if I do the principles, yo, we all got a little. There's a formula to this thing, you know, and what's the only thing that changes is who we're using it and what we're talking about. But the actual formula of graphic design, what makes it symmetrical, what makes it neat, what makes it too cloudy, what makes it too, oh, let's do a clean design, let's do a flat design, let's do something chaotic, let's do something action. Like all those words call for different elements, and we're all going to be pulled from that same element box. So
absolutely.
I want y'all to release the idea of thinking that, oh, I can only nobody think like me. I'm the first one to do it, because I'm telling y'all right now, I don't think I was the first one to say prepare to be sick of me. I'm just the only one that went viral for it. And after I went viral for it, you had other people that did better than me. But the thing is this, I wanted y'all to say it to your heart's content. I want y'all to say it even now. So, and it's the thing that bothers me, because a lot of people say, "Oh, Tim, why you didn't trademark it to the fact that they can't say it?" I don't want them to know. I want you to say it.
That's right.
Right.
Because every time somebody say, guess what they do? Tag me. Y'all, them Kim folks over there so strong. They will tag me in Sarah and Shauna under a rock if she said it. So it literally, so it doesn't matter. You will always be honored as first if you are first. So it doesn't. So you never have to be caught up in nobody's not gonna know who I am. That's another issue. Your desire to be seen, your desire to be heard, your desire to be understood, your desire to be, I want all the attention on me. That's an issue that's on the inside. Ain't no design gonna fix it. And it ain't gonna be no client that's gonna put you on to the fact that you're gonna outshine them. So the whole power streak that you want to have when it comes to your designing and what you present, and your design is it's so great. It ain't it. Because I'm telling you, somebody else can come up with something better, because all of us got different stakes and different eyes.
Yeah.
I just want to put that a little bit. I want y'all to come out of that whole, don't copy me. Oh my God.
But the thing is, though, and also to add another element of what you were saying, I think we all have different clients, right? What my clients like works for my clients is not gonna work for Kindness clients. It's not gonna work for Deshaun's clients, work for Kim, whatever, and moving on with the rest of us. And so oftentimes it's like, I don't care. Like, if it worked for you, it worked for you. God bless you. I hope you got your coin. Go get you some Chick-fil-A. Do something else. Like, it's no bearing on who I am as a designer. And me and Jared have this discussion because Jared is really passionate about graphic design. And I don't want to shoot myself in the foot right now, but I kind of am, and that's okay. I'm not as passionate about graphic design as Jared is. Jared really, 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 like, he was talking to me, I think last night, I found this painting. I was so excited. I'm doing this and that. And while he was talking, I said, baby, I would never. I'd be trying to get through this design. Let me just make something.
Let me make something more. Praise the Lord. It's coming back.
He is so detailed and in it like that. But it's like our work, yes, it's our art, but we also have to separate that it's also not our art too. It's our art, it's an expression of us, but it's not our art. This is not your Picasso because it's not yours. Somebody paid for that. Somebody paid for you to do that. You see what I'm saying? It's not like you were just on your own. Let me just sit at home. Let me just make this spot flyer for anybody else. No, most of the time, the people pay for that. And so it's not, you got to separate yourself. And if somebody copies it, it's okay. The world is not going to stop. It's not going to stop your bag if you're really a hustler, if you're really out here like that. It's not going to stop your bag. If you really like that, design something else for them to copy. If you really like that, do something else.
And this another one. I really, if
get it off your chest, Kim.
If somebody copies you, they are probably really, really good. And I admire those people that can copy very, very well. Like even with JP telling Jerry, like, hey, you are an amazing designer, because if you can copy me, you probably can design either as good as me or better than me.
Mhm.
Wow.
And I don't feel no ways about that. Now the thing
Yeah.
is, what's gonna really tell the story is your level of consistency in design. Because the thing is, you can copy somebody once. Now to keep up that aesthetic, it's gonna show.
Yes.
Yeah.
To keep up that design flair of even like how you even pick out like fonts. Because the thing is too, everybody not buying fonts. A lot of us are going on defont.com, downloading fonts. A
Jerry
lot
bought
of us
a
got
font.
Adobe fonts.
I ain't bought a font yet.
Ain't nothing wrong with the font now. Oh boy, oh boy.
I'm not buying a font, baby.
You know,
You really gotta be special. for
It's
design.
very rare I go buy
Not buying
some
no
font.
Or
baby,
baby.
the only time I buy a font is if somebody is like getting a logo and I know it's going to be trademarked. So the thing is,
Yup.
it's not necessarily covering. I have to cover me,
Correct.
and I got to cover them because I know they ignorant concerning it. Because
Correct.
somebody, because I'm telling you, them typography artists, they ain't know about their stuff. And them typography artists, they get paid a
Yeah.
lot of money, y'all. Them
They
they
do.
come up with a new, and mind you, you think serif and sans serif is a thing. Look, and you know how many block fonts there are?
Okay. How many do they have at this point?
Lord, crazy.
Try to see in serif.
Oswald,
Hello.
Impact,
Oswald.
yo, all of them. They're literally the same thing, and the only thing, the difference is the width.
That's right.
If they got a
Yes.
point,
That's
flat.
the difference.
You look crazy.
Y'all, people are
And
getting
you know
paid
what?
money.
We can't make it thicker or not thicker. It's still not the same. You gotta buy that font.
Yeah, that's about
No. You guys said took a whole nother. You know how many fonts I got on this computer? They ain't even use one time. Like it's just.
Or I download it and I
coming.
just lose it. Like I don't even remember what it
becoming an
was.
issue.
No, I got y'all got so many fonts. That thing is crazy. And mind you, they so close in relation. But if I done got stuck in the design, now I'm being anal about fonts. So I didn't know if it's a pump. You know that lemon milk got that point on there. Y'all, that lemon milk got that point in the base. Lemon milk is the same as Proxima.
Yup.
Right.
Or Helvetica or that Maserati. What's that?
Yup.
Maserati?
Montserrat.
Yeah.
That Montserrat.
I'm telling you, a lot of this stuff look Times New Roman. A lot of Gotham's, they all look, y'all. So, and the thing is, you can't trademark that. You can't trademark that logo if that logo is in that same font as the typography that it's in. So you can up here trying to figure out, oh, can you trademark this? They're gonna tell you no, because that font is in original format. That's why they tell you you got to design logos in Photoshop. You got to design logos in Illustrator so you can manipulate the font.
Right.
Key on.
Who gonna do that, Jerry? Baby, take this out real quick. Slide that over. Slide it over.
Right.
Put a little curve in it.
Yeah.
So, y'all, all of this stuff. So it's like, that's why I tell people, y'all getting caught up on the wrong things, because we can go down a rabbit hole, because there's so many different ways to have stuff. And the thing is, if it comes to, and the only rules about it is if it needs to be trademarked or if it's just a design for the sake of publication. So if it has no legal bounds to it, it can really be anything you want. You can use it for anything you want to use it for. Unless you have to, like, if you need to trademark it, you got to have that design a certain way. And they got to be in a certain format. And they got to have certain curves to make sure that it is a form of that typography and not
Form.
that typography.
Hello.
They do not play. They will come for that. They come for their fonts, okay?
No, for real, they do.
They come for their fonts.
I
Very
think
They
what,
do.
what you're
very-
saying is just to bring the conversation down because we are past our hour mark. Y'all, we almost an hour and a half in. Is that crazy? It's just
We having a good time.
Enjoying it. Enjoying it.
It's my fault. I always have long lives because we get to talking in the chat and because I don't talk to y'all every day. I don't talk to y'all every
This is
day.
good. I don't
Okay.
interact with people either, so this is my interaction for the week.
And exactly, because I ain't gonna talk to nobody the rest of the week.
Correct. Inside.
Exactly.
This is
Exactly. Y'all, this has been so good. I feel like we addressed it. I feel like it's y'all, we gotta come on, focus on something else. Let's focus on something else. Like we don't have to people copying you. I get it. Like JP did. If you feel led to reach out to the designer privately, don't publicly embarrass nobody. Because come on now. I mean
No,
that,
'cause
come
I'm-
on. You could
I'm
be a
gonna
popping
invite
designer
myself to
today.
come in on that one.
Well,
No,
that
you
and
said
then
you
I
what?
No, I said I'm gonna invite. If Darius gotten out of hand, and I've seen some people shame some
Yeah.
people, and it's got,
that's ugly.
like this nasty thing. I don't like
Like
it. But I was
it.
saying, if I see
Like
it, I'm gonna invite myself to come in on the post.
Period.
like,
Okay, you can't beat me.
Yeah.
Baby, I'll take these big old glasses and peel these out. Thing what's tea? You can't beat me.
What?
no, I think with that whole situation with me and him, it was even more powerful because we actually have a friendship and a relationship outside of
Yeah.
dang.
It was
Right,
respect.
Because
right.
At the end of the day, he could care less, and he always says that he could care less who copy him. Like he doesn't
Here's
care.
the thing.
JP is one of the people I love so much. JP don't care about too much or nothing. It'd be
He
like,
don't. I love him too, Jerry.
It was respect. It was respect through that.
absolutely. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I mean,
and the
easily could have
and the
commented on the post and been like, "What's this?" But he didn't. He called me
Hello?
privately and said, "Huh?"
And the thing I said, like, hello, like yeah, you were going in and out on my end. So I didn't.
Okay, no. That's what I was like, Kim, I'm with you. I'm like, wait, what's going on here?
No, you were going
He was like, hello. Like, I was like, oop, is it our time?
no, like hello, like I'm agreeing with you. Like hello.
I thought you were getting us with that Wendy Williams.
I thought she was getting pissed. Like, okay.
I think I agree with you, and I feel like as a designer, we got to be careful because the same people that you what's a good word, a holy word that I can use. The same people that you feel like you can step on when you up high is the same people that gonna surpass you one day, and then you're gonna need people, and now you done burnt all these bridges because you were nasty to people. And we know that graphic design is such a ever evolving
work.
industry. What can be popping today can be out of date tomorrow. What you as a designer and what you're known for and being good at is great today, but 6 months down the line, you could be a dated designer. And we got to just be mindful and just be careful about how we treat people because you never know who you might need. It's a new designer right now that in a couple years, because they locked in right now, going to out design all of us.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's going to come in and shake it all up.
I'm gonna
It's
be in a
so-
whole nother industry. I'm gonna be in a whole other industry. I'm gonna tell you this: if you are a designer, if you are a designer, get so good and walk off into a whole other. Go do something else.
I'm gonna tell you, because I'm not conformed to
I'm
this.
telling you, I'm gonna get into. I'm gonna go into a whole nother industry on y'all. I was a designer.
I'm on my way out already.
and
Clock that.
change industries.
Hello, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
But
Okay.
then when I left Memphis, it seemed like the graphic designers just stopped popping up. And
It's being weird now. It's getting weird now.
Wonderful. Brandon Bay, they plays all the instruments.
Hello.
I'm like, oh my God. That's what, when you start a thing, God will finish it.
Listen.
No, the
And
Phillips
he will
anointing.
keep that thing going because I'm just like,
Listen, I felt that one.
I need an usher.
Kim,
That
I'm
fool back
like,
there.
because it's not about you. It's about getting his work done. It's about, because God is the biggest.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. You talking?
People tell me, ask me, is that real? Because you know the people who do these AI things, they call it be God-like, create God like a God. Okay, how perfect again? He is the greatest one.
That's
The
true.
greatest designer of them all.
That's
Because
true.
baby, when he designed me, it's not
Woo!
like
Ain't no giving this PSD out.
you don't have my you got the PSD on my fingertips. God do. And
Oh,
then
that's right.
He got the lock.
That's right. That's right. I think that's y'all. This has been such a good night. I'm super, super grateful for each of you. Thank y'all so much for taking out time in your busy schedules for coming tonight. So thank you, Jared, Kylan, Q, Kim, and Deshaun. Jack City was
Yes.
amazing. Let's just be kinder.
Lord.
Let's make our money and not be so hateful and spiteful. Because let me tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the breaking news. The moment Jerica can change industries, y'all don't have to ever worry about Jerica not designing it no more. What? I'm waiting for Jerica not designing. I'm out of here. So let's just be nice to each other. But with that in mind, I'm super excited. And designers, I have something great coming up. I can't announce it just yet. So y'all be on the lookout. It's for us. But April 10th, I can't talk about that. April 10th, our next live is gonna be called The Real Housewives of Graphic Design. I'm so
Really good.
excited.
We don't give you your cup on this bread.
Put her head on another outfit.
We don't give you your cup on
That
this
was
bread.
real though. That was a real outfit. That was a real outfit. That was real out. No, but I'm super excited, y'all.
Undefeated, baby. Undefeated.
Y'all, I have some ladies. I already have them confirmed, but I'm gonna wait to announce them. I have some ladies
Okay.
that are coming and going to talk about what it means to be a woman in this creative space, the highs, the lows, the things we have to deal with in a positive way, and some of the shady stuff we got to deal with behind the scenes that we don't often openly talk about. And this is not, of course, this is not specifically just only in the creative space. We know that women, period, in the workspace deal with a lot of different things, and so we're gonna talk about that. I'm really excited. So mark your calendars, April 10th. Y'all, we're going up from here. We're going
I
up.
love
Okay,
it for
Jerry.
you. I love
Hey,
it.
Kylan, one of y'all. We're gonna have Bad Boys. We're gonna have a Bad Boys live. I need somebody to host
I
that.
don't want to feel the way that I'm left off.
The Bad Boys.
No, she
Let the Bad
doing
Boys.
That's something
I
fun.
feel like I'm a real housewife.
There you
It's
go,
me.
Kim. You want to come?
I feel like I'm a real housewife because I come from Florida. I don't know too many Florida designers that are girls, and it's me. I come for every male designer that act like.
Serious. Well, Kim, come on. Look, I'm put your head on the outfit too. Let's see. Come on.
I'm certainly the only designer that's killing the tri-state female.
See,
So
and
put me
it's
on
a
that.
female.
Put me on that lineup. What's up?
Yeah, I don't,
Come
I
on,
don't know
come
nobody in
on.
your region.
It's a female.
Definitely for the tri-state. I'm definitely holding it down for the ladies. Let's get it
Baby,
correct.
I love that for you. I love that for you. I love that for you.
Well,
Yeah.
y'all, I can't say that because this woman out in Atlanta, so I just got to sit here and be quiet, right?
Okay.
I'm the only designer in the country. I'm in the
You're
country
not
right
lying.
now. I'm right
You're
here.
not lying.
But Jerica, guess what? They're
It's
not
a lot
doing
of
what you
girls in
do.
Atlanta.
They're
But
not
they
doing what
don't.
you do.
No, they
And
don't.
you know what? They do a lot of that beauty and a lot of that what's that? And that one dimensional.
A
I
lot
can
of
really
that
come people got. But you know what? They do a lot of stuff, and they have their own little sector of designs in the way they design stuff, and they can never come for church designs because you got to be imaginative over here. We have to be Disney World, so and the only time you can be flat and just straightforward is in commercial and or commercial and corporate design.
So,
Church, you got to be Disney World.
You got
And
all
over
the
there,
lens
that
flares, all the everything. We got to have the pastor riding in on a camel. It's too much.
The way Jay Lynn and All Nations took us by storm literally changed the game. Make sure you love Jay Lynn for that one. Because Jay Lynn
Yeah.
single-handedly.
Ruined it for all of us. Jalen, no.
You know she was a designer for Jay Lynn and All Nations took your neck off, okay?
Yes.
Very correct.
Yes.
Jay Lynn took us down, baby. We thought we were doing something, baby.
perfect, which is everything about it was good business.
mean, for years, yo. You know how many of these designs people send me? Can you do this? Yeah, but
No, it's like that's a lot. You gotta pay, cause hello, that's a lot.
You gotta give me the pictures that's in alignment first of all. Them folks did
It
photos.
gotta make sense.
All
They
type
want
of
photo shoot.
Silent. They don't want to do that. They don't want to pay for a photo shoot. They don't want to pay for that. They don't want to do that.
No.
They don't want to do that.
They better.
Yeah, but I would say, Jacob, please DM Jalen, because let me tell you,
Jalen, for
that was like that single-handedly took our neck off and made us. We had to become photographers. We had to become creative. We had to become all kind of things.
She definitely ate the game up.
We was getting we done went on Vexels and Free Pick and just start pulling stuff from the north, south,
She the
east.
reason we all paying for your journey.
We ain't never in the spaceship fonts. We never was looking at spaceship fonts.
She's a living mid-journey herself. Before it out, I'm like, oh my lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Jalen is insane.
Listen, you need to pay. You need to pay to get her.
And it's me. Please just go call Jalen. I know she booked, but please just get in line. Just get in line. Just get in line. Because I'm not playing with her.
Period. Not playing with her at all. I'm not.
But she thinks like that. And that's a lot of times, that's why I be telling designers, it really boils down to the way you think about stuff and your interpretation, and that's what's gonna make you great. So if you you can always copy your way up, which is fine, but at the end of the day, you're going to have some differentiation about yourself. Everybody, I feel like you should have a style, but you also shouldn't have a style. You should be able to design for any and everybody. Everybody should not look the same. I can design for Lyft. I can design for the club. I can design for a tequila brand. You would never know it was me. Because different designs, different spaces, different places requires different types of design. So it's like you want to make sure that you are well-rounded so you don't get stuck in a box and now you have to always do a certain type of thing or you're only known for this certain type of thing because people will only come for you for that certain type of thing. And now you're upset you can't design nothing else because you ain't did nothing else.
Hello.
So these kind of my last 2 cents.
What? Kim, you actually gave me an idea. We're gonna talk, girl. Because I got an idea for something. We're gonna talk. Yeah. But y'all, I'm super excited. Thank y'all so much for coming. April 10th, be on the lookout because we're going up from here. So you guys have a beautiful night and keep designing, y'all.
Thank you.
The world is my canvas, and I'm painting my own path. When creativity calls, I always answer. Every masterpiece starts with a vision, and I'm just getting started. See you April 10th.